Hello everyone. So as you all know, the lady on this screen, her name is Sunshine. I am making this video to let you all know that she just passed on. Yes. On 28th, she was complaining that she was having stomach bite. So she told me that she was having a stomach bite, which she told me about, and on the 1st it got worse and she was hospitalized, and a lot of scan was done and test was done, which the doctor said it was fibroid. The fibroid in her system has grown so big. So medication was going on at Orchard General Hospital. Yes, medication was going on and they were just putting her on pain relief without we knowing that the doctors are on strike. The doctors were not active. So when I arrived on the 2nd, because it was on the 1st that she was hospitalized, when I arrived, I noticed that there was no doctor and nobody was there with her. So there was no doctor. I asked one of the nurse, what is going on? Why is she still on pain? For like 2 days now, she has been here, she's still on pain. The nurse said the doctors are coming. Not until I found out that no doctor was there. I have to move her out from that general hospital to Havila Hospital, where I went with the scan result and all of that, and the doctor started from there and started treating her. Sometimes it will stop, sometimes it will start up again, and the doctor said we need to carry out the operation so that the pain will stop, which we later agreed on. The pain was getting out of hand. She have to just take it off, and she did the operation yesterday. According to the doctor, he said the operation was successful, but she had complications which led to her demise. So I'm doing this video to let you all know that the lady you're seeing on the screen, Sunshine Esther Thomas, is late.
May her soul and the souls of all those who have lost their lives through our government's recklessness, carelessness, and wickedness rest in peace. Amen. It is sad. It is very, very sad. We are talking about this thing today because this young man has a platform with which he can come out and say what happened. There are hundreds of other people outside there in local hospitals, in primary health cares, in general hospitals that have lost their lives as a result of the carelessness of our government, the wickedness of our government. I call it wickedness because this one is not carelessness, it's wickedness. When you go to our hospitals are understaffed. The staff are overworked. The hospitals are under-equipped and the equipment are obsolete. The last time you went to the hospital, look around. Most of our hospitals don't even have MRI machines. Those who have MRI machines, most of the MRI machines are broken down. Go around, look at it. When you see a hospital, usually you see a private laboratory by the gate of the hospital or near or around the hospital. Do what? So that when a patient goes into a government facility, the government facility will then send you outside to the private lab to go and conduct tests. If you are not able to do those tests, you're on your own. Oh, on your own. That is the kind of hospitals we have in Nigeria. And you know the wicked thing? These people, these politicians, the ministers, the governors, even our president, they don't patronize these hospitals. They don't go to this hospital. They don't go to this hospital. When they are sick, they go to France. When they are sick, they go to the United Kingdom. When they are sick, they go abroad. They go even to Egypt, Morocco for medical treatment. But the rest of us should die. And we are the ones that vote them in. We are the ones that say vote them in. Some of them will not vote them. They manipulated their way into power. But if you manipulated your way into power and you know that you are also a human being and the people that you are over them are also human beings, if all of them die, who will you rule tomorrow? It doesn't cross their mind. Their whole purpose and their whole goal is to see that they take care of themselves, they take care of their children, they take care of their cronies and those around them. But the rest of us should die. This is the same country whereby you look at our budget, over 2.something billion has been assigned for gratuities or pension of past presidents. Why would those people be paid pension? People who struggled to go into power because and against all odds to remain in power, and after that they'll be paid pension. Why? People who serve 4 years should be paid pension of over 2.something billion, while others who serve 35 years are not even paid that same money. allocated for these pensions and other things, that same money can be used to channel and then solve the problems of these doctors. But no, it's not the problem of our leaders. They went into an MOU with these doctors last year. Have they implemented it? No. Promise and fail. Go to our hospitals and see what is happening in our hospital. Do you know how many people are losing their lives daily, unreported, because of what? Our government's wickedness. This thing has to stop. This thing has to stop. This thing has to stop.